let's see. All right, I took out beans from yours just to be sure, because like some people in the chat were saying that the beans might be fried with like pork fat.
Okay.
So I took it out just to be safe. So your burrito only has Angus beef, spicy shrimp, avocado, diced tomatoes, cheese, mayo, and rice.
Sweet. Does taking out the beans make it cheaper?
No, it doesn't. It's still
I've just seen where this guy's trying to shrimp out on me. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to see.
Nah. I got you.
Skipping out on me, this guy.
Do you like guacamole?
Yeah, why not, man? I like a bit of guac.
Okay, I got you that too, and I kind of want to get you.
You gotta get me a little something on the side, you know. Come on, bro.
Yeah. No, I got you.
I mean, I've just come from 26 hours of traveling. Don't play me like that.
I got you.
Don't play me like that.
I'm gonna get you like some Mexican drinks as well.
Doritos? Is that
Dorito, yeah.
Yeah, we got that in Australia. We got
you
that.
do? All right, I'm not getting you that then.
No, I mean, it's delish. It's delicious.
Okay.
It's delicious.
And horchata.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It's like
listen, nothing spicy, bro. Nothing spicy.
No, it's not. It's kind of like muhallibi or it's a little sahlib. You guys have
sahlib,
yeah. It's kind of like that a little bit.
Okay.
It's a cinnamon milk.
Okay, I'm off. That's a Turkish thing as well. The sahlib.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. Your mum coming in and you just chatting Turkish to her, like
yeah,
and then she has like the most crisp American accent as well.
Yeah.
So do you talk to your parents in Turkish?
I speak to them in Turkish. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, I speak to my parents in Arabic.
I grew up in Turkey. I came to America when I was 18.
Yeah.
It's rice milk. That's what they said. Horchata. This one is
you grow up until the age of 18 in Turkey.
Yeah.
Which part of Turkey?
Istanbul and Ankara.
Did you like Turkey?
Yeah. I mean,
it's a beautiful place. My parents have been there 26 times. They love it.
Yeah,
they love Turkey.
Arabs love Turkey, and so do
Persians
too. They love Turkey. I can't go back because of the current administration, but hopefully one day, inshallah. Yeah, I've written on the Huffington Post about the government a little too much, and they were.
What they literally said to you that you're not allowed?
They were not too fond of it. No, and they're very. The Turkish government's censorship regime is pretty repressive.
Yeah. Well, didn't they try and coup him not so long ago?
Yeah. That was America, which is ironic because I wrote about it.
That doesn't help.
And I wrote about like that, and it wasn't, but I wasn't defensive enough of Erdogan that they were like frustrated by it, and I've since then criticized them so much more that like
It's wild to me though, because like obviously they keep trying to coup these people, and they just get more and more repressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean that's how it works.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Maybe a birria, but I don't know what kind of. I don't know what they have in the birria.
Hi. Good. How you doing?
What's in the birria, chatters? We do no beans, right? We gotta take the beans out.
Should we order for you as well?
No, she wants it later. I want you to order some guac. Okay, I got it. Don't worry.
Don't worry, I got you. I've got this one.
Okay, we're taking the beans out. What's consomme? Is that beef that's fine, right? That's halal, right? Black beans are okay. I don't know if these are refried. I don't know if it's black beans. It just says beans, and I don't know if it's black beans or brown beans. Huh? No, it's just beef is halal, of course. I mean, halal is in like it's probably not like it's not pork. Yeah, that's what you mean, right? Like you don't mean like literally.
It's not pork. As long as it's not pork, we're all good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There it is. We got that. Do you want to? Oh yeah, I'll get you. Do you have a sweet tooth?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay, well, then we got to get you.
Very sweet tooth.
Oh, me too. Me too, brother. Me too. All right, we got to get you. God damn.
I've also got a very Sweet voice as well, if you want me to sing for you.
No, I got you. I'm going to get you churros as well. You got to try out the churros. I'm telling you,
Hey, listen, man, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this.
Okay. All right. It's going to take a while, though. It's going to take at least like an hour to get here.
Well, look, guy, I want everyone to understand something here. He's done this tactically, right? Yeah. Because he knows that now if I have to wait an hour for food, that I'm going to be on the stream with him. You know what I mean? This is how he forces me to do
that's why I did it.
More than what we agreed on, you see?
That's why I did it.
That's what he wants. He's like, man, this conversation's going so well. I need to keep him here. I know what I'll do.
Yeah, you're too telegenic. That's what it is. That's what I'm trapping you here.
Guys, man, I know the game here, bro. I'm no fool. I know the game here.
Look, do you see this? The Trump proposed a 1 year
for burning the flag.
Burning the flag, the US flag. But even before this happened, he actually there was like a separate court case where they were like made it illegal to burn the Israeli flag regardless, even though this is also unconstitutional.
What the executive order does, sir, it charges your Department of Justice with investigating instances of flag burning, and then where there's evidence of criminal activity where prosecution wouldn't fall afoul of the First Amendment, and instructs the Department of Justice to prosecute those who are engaged in these instances of flag burning.
And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get, and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they use that language, by the way. Did they? Incite to riot. And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail.
1 year in jail. Yeah,
That's just freaking wild.
Yep.
That is wild.
Yeah, it's also illegal. Like, this suggestion is completely unconstitutional. It is.
So why are people okay with this?
They're dumb. I don't know. They're just, people are, for the most part, I think people are just like too busy.
I mean, look,
people are too busy with their own shit.
Yeah. To realize. I mean, look, I never understood the whole flag burning thing, right? Yeah, like I just, sometimes to me it just, because we had the protest in Australia.
Yeah.
Right. This weekend we had the protest in Australia. It was like the march on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. It was iconic. 300,000 people turned up. I think it was like the largest march anti-war march in Australian history, right?
Yeah.
We had some idiots who were burning the Australian flag. And I'm like, why? Why? Because all that happened afterwards was all the talk was about people burning the flag.
I still don't give a shit. I think it's fine. In America, you can burn
I don't
flag.
I don't think it's a problem.
It's constitutionally protected.
I just don't get it as like this. Like I don't get the hoo-ha about it. Like, what does it show? What does it prove? Like, there's other more effective ways of showing your disdain, because it's such an easy target for the right wing to go look.
But they're gonna grab on to anything, right? Because here we didn't burn any fucking flags in LA when people were protesting against the ICE the ICE raids, right? But people were waving the American flag and the Mexican flag, right? And people were like, well, why are they waving the Mexican flag if they don't want to go back to Mexico? And it's like, well, first of all, they're American citizens. Why are you assuming that they're Mexican citizens that are illegally here? And it's just a way for these guys to basically move the conversation away and disparage the movement in any way, shape, or form. Which is why I don't even entertain it, where I'm like, the flag for many people who are at least like generationally victims by Australian dominance and settler colonial terror or American imperialism. Have you ever seen this? I was covered in Australian news, but this is before BDS actually boycotted Diet Coke.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is this Sky News Australia?
Yeah,
it's like Australia's version of Fox News, so it's wild.
Yeah.
Attended a pro-Palestinian protest,
right,
but now to a dude called Hasan, who is some sort of social justice warrior from America, a streamer who's in Australia at the moment. Like, we don't have enough lefties losing it already here. He attended a pro-Palestinian protest, but while there, some of his fans were not happy with him because he was drinking Coke Zero. He wasn't being sufficiently anti-Israel. Have a look.
I'm sorry, I forgot to say, you need to stop drinking Coke Zero on stream.
Why?
It's boycott.
Wait, is it?
You're preaching pro-Palestine and you're drinking all this boycott stuff. Please, Hasan, at least pretend. Do it off stream. Please.
Okay, I'll put it in a glass. Is Pepsi okay?
No.
No,
You're so nice.
I didn't know it was like that.
I'm trying to stop it. He's an animal.
Yes, Hasan, at least
Those are my commie buddies in Australia. He said I tried to stop him. He's an animal.
Shout out to the hijabi sister. Shout out to the hijabi sister. See, this is why they don't like hijabi women, man, because when they see a problem, they'll call it out straight away. Well, shout out to the hijabis out there, man. Respect.
She was right, but too early. It wasn't boycotted at the time, so I was guzzling that.
Yeah, man, because these hijabi sisters, man, they're on it straight away, man. Like that's man. You should bring a hijabi on the stream, man. They'll get you right. Don't worry.
Yeah.
10, drink it off stream, and no, Pepsi is not okay. Now to this young lady, or I don't know, she identifies as all the pronouns. He, she, they. This is M. Adams, an
then they move on, I guess,
educator and a leader of a group called the
they
Movement
move on
for
from the
Black
lefties
Lives.
losing it.
So as a
and then the rest of it is just like, I don't know what the fuck. I guess she does like this thing on her broadcast.
I don't get it. These lefties are like, what? Can people not have like left wing ideas, but also be like conservative as well? Like,
well, not really.
Do you know these? No, but like this is what I mean about like American, just politics in general. Like everyone has to be in a camp, and it's just not like that.
She did it again, by the way. Hold on, let me see if I can find she recently also covered me because I was getting like,
really?
New York Times, like New York Times is like doing the positive coverage. So
she
like,
likes you. She likes you.
Was it Sky News, New York Times? Let me see if I can find it like that.
But I am so heavily shadow banned, by the way, on Instagram. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I mean, that's just meta.
I can't even collaborate with people. I can't collab anymore.
Wait, really?
Yeah, man. They've stopped me from collabing.
That's crazy.
Katie.
I mean, it's just like my Instagram has remained the same size. So I think it only serves the remaining audience that I have. Like it does not expand.
Trump 101. You want a magazine lighter, thinking blacker.
So they talk about Trump lies.
Is that you are out of luck because you are out of content because you have nothing better to point to there. So you're forced to cavil about.
They want to be America so bad.
Oh, they do.
Right wingers everywhere want to be America.
They want MAGA because in Australia now they've got MAGA hats.
Oh my god!
But it's make Australia great again.
Oh my god, that's such loser shit, man. Every fucking country,
come on, guys.
Every conservative movement in every goddamn
I don't understand.
country.
I don't understand. You've got these great Australian hats, right?
Yeah.
And you want to get those like red baseball caps and go, come on, guys, we could come up with something better on like this kind of hat. You know what I mean?
They're just.
Come on, Australia, man.
It's
insecurity. I'm talking to the right wingers of Australia. I'm talking to those guys. Come on, guys, we can do better. Let's package our racism in a much more sophisticated way. Let's do this, guys. Come on.
They have no creativity. They boosted the stats on racism so much that they just have no space remaining in their minds for creativity.
Dude, it's just so utterly absurd, Reed. But
back to media, not as much as you would like to see, but there is counter narratives that are actually correcting some of the times. Fluff piece that they've done on a campaign is just this relentless negative stuff, whether it's serious issues or trivial, like the colour of his suit at a funeral. Before you go, I want to get your opinion on this remarkable New York Times fluff piece that they've done on a character called Hasan Piker, a character they describe as a progressive mind in a MAGA body, because he works out. Apparently that makes him a MAGA body, but he's as bad as MAGA as I'm blonde. What he is, Josh, is virulently anti-Israel.
Any kind of Zionist tendency should be treated in the same way as being a rabid neo-Nazi. And you shouldn't even let someone be the local dog catcher as Felix was posting if they've ever exhibited any sort of like positive feelings about the state of Israel. I'm so serious about this.
Josh, he has a hugely popular show on Twitch where
I love that they never actually like even attempt to do a counter narrative against that, where they're like, I'm saying very clearly, like, yeah, if you love Israel, then you are a lover of Nazism, right? And you should not be elected. I don't think you should not be electable, right? But there's no counter to that about like why that's a dangerous prospect. They just go, he's anti-Israel, and then they move on.
Do you know what? I didn't even. You know what? It's not even just that. It's just the fact that she goes, "There's this guy called Hassan Piker," and I'm like, "You say that like you've mentioned him a million times. You know who Hassan Piker is. Like she keeps pretending that she's only just heard of you.
Yeah,
every time.
I mean, yeah.
I love it by her. Like she's like, oh, this guy, this Hassan. What's his name again? I know there's just this weird
Hassan Piker.
Unashamedly praises Houthi terrorists, spreads all sorts of Hamas propaganda. And now he's getting fluff pieces in the New York Times. What is going on?
And they show all these like sexy ass photo shoots I've done for like Wired magazine, Middle East and shit. And it's just like,
at least show you some horrible pictures of you, man.
That's like, that was like the number one thing that people were shitting on me for. Well, like all of the Hasbara papers like that just directly work with the Israeli state were like writing articles being like the sexy face of Hamas propaganda.
Oh my God.
And then they'll post like hot photos of me. I think it was the Free Press owned by Barry Weiss.
And they really put up hot pictures of you.
Yeah, look. The handsome face of terror apologia.
Oh my God. Do you know what's crazy about that right here is they've spent hundreds of millions of dollars on that propaganda, and that propaganda is Hassan is so sexy.
Yeah,
you've literally got their entire propaganda machine calling you handsome.
Yeah, no, I love that. They're like, this is fucked up. Look
why could no one call me handsome? You know what I mean? Get like a whole like edit of just like, look at the new handsome face.
Be like the brolic face of Hamas propaganda. That's what you're gonna say.
Shit, man, that's so.
Well, I think what's going on.
Up.
Yeah, I the only thing that pisses me off with this stuff is if they like take something I'm saying, and frame it incorrectly,
which is everything that they do.
Well,
that's what
course.
they do.
But sometimes I'll say something that is like 100% true, but it's like unconscionable for many people.
Yeah.
So they'll just post it, and I'm like, okay, I stand by that. Like I have no problems. One of the best examples is like I'll always say, like in terms of civilian casualties to military personnel, there's no comparison between like Israel and Hamas. Like Hamas has within their military operations within October 7, like there's just no.
I just read a comment there.
What? Yeah.
Someone put, inform the doctor that he has a temperature. He's hot. I like that.
Yeah, they're horny. They've been thirst posting about you nonstop.
Really?
But like, yeah, they will take that and they'll like put it in the newspaper, and I'll be like, this is just objectively true. Like this isn't even like, I'm not saying you need to like love Hamas or anything. This is just an objectively true thing that I have stated here. Like the entirety of the Palestinian resistance forces, even on October 7, and there were atrocities that took place on October 7, absolutely. That is like what Israel has done to the Palestinians is incomprehensible. So in comparison to that.
There's a phrase and there's a saying, right? And it's you can never compare the violence of the slave to the violence of the slave master.
Yeah.
You know, the violence that it takes to unshackle the chains is infinitely less than it is to have the boot on the neck.
Yeah.
And people just don't understand that.
Yeah,
in the West they don't understand.
In the West they don't understand it because there's nothing to compare it to.
Yeah, there's
unless you're talking about the literal abolition of slavery, in which case, because of their white supremacist tendencies, they don't like that either.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
So it's ridiculous, and any sort of like contextualization of violence as a response to almost a century of like brutal occupation and ethnic cleansing is just like is not even considered anything but unconscionable. You're not allowed to even offer historical context to this at all. It's ridiculous.
It's so wild.
But that's precisely what she's doing.
That's
here.
exactly what it looks like, which is that someone who has literally made a name for himself as an apologist for Hamas.
In these photos.
Yeah, they just keep posting hot photos. I love
of various other U.S. recognized foreign terrorist organizations. I mean, this is the guy who is now getting, you know the page A1 full spread treatment from the New York Times, an organization.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
I don't fucking know.
He's so whiny.
Yeah, he's like, why not me? He's like, why don't I get full page on New York Times?
Probably best known for burying coverage of the Holocaust back towards the back of the paper for 3, 4, 5 years during World War II. The New York Times has a long and deeply inglorious track record.
Don't worry, that track record is consistent. They're still burying the Holocaust, but now it's the new Holocaust that's happening, and the New York Times is still consistently burying it. So, you know, it's so funny that they're like the one time where there was like someone who's pro-Palestinian that they offered like positive, favorable coverage to in the style section. And even in that article, they said, I accuse Israel of committing in air quotes, genocide. Isn't that crazy? Like, this was a couple months ago, but like, that's not,
honestly,
that's just a reflection of reality. I'm not making an accusation.
Do you think that we will see some of these journalists in The Hague? Do you think that one day we'll see them in The Hague? Do you think we're ever going to get to that stage?
Oh,
do you think we would get that level of justice for Palestinian people?
Oh my God, I wish. Oh, that would be so fucking sick.
Do you think we would see them in The Hague?
No, I don't think so.
Well, they killed a million Iraqis, and they didn't. No one even got a slap on the wrist.
The motherfuckers who worked for the State Department at the time are literally still visible media figures, and no one even punished them. Even you can't even get Americans to think differently about that equation by pointing to like 12,000 American active duty service members that died in the process. Like, forget a million Iraqis. These guys are so fucking racist. They don't give a shit about that, right? Wow. That statement in and of itself is so inhumane, I know. But like, you can't even get them to be mad that like, you know, their sons and daughters died in the process so that like American corporations could turn profit, you know?
Man, what a crazy world we live in. What a messed up world we live in.
I mean, but that's just what happens. Like, the reality is,
no, but do you know what's crazy, right? Yeah, is like we literally have just watched now on the stream here. We watched the murder of journalists and doctors in a double tap terrorist attack.
Yeah.
The killing of these, right? Yeah. And then you've got Charlie Kirk going, "Oh yeah, Zoran Mamdani can't bench."
Yeah.
That's like the talk.
Yeah.
Oh, the political talk.
Or fucking Cracker Barrel, where they're like, "Oh, Cracker Barrel decided to go woke." Like, it's a chain restaurant.
Yeah.
And they wanted to rebrand, and they like took out the logo, and the new logo looks like too sanitized.
Yeah.
But they're like, this is woke. They went woke. That's like what's driving discourse. Yeah. But that's by design.
Yeah, because they want to focus on the culture war and not actually on the policy war.
Yeah.
They don't want to actually focus on like actual policy. And that's what I mean about like when Charlie Kirk was attacking Zoran Mamdani. First, it was because he was Muslim, and that didn't stick. Because the fact that he was Muslim was actually endearing a lot of people to him.
Yeah.
Because he was very different from the establishment. Then they started attacking his policies, which I thought was really funny because like when they were going, "Oh, and he wants to give everybody free public transport."
Yeah.
Can you believe it? And people are like, "What? Really? That's a possibility?"
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So then they had to change the tactic. Yeah. And it was like, we can't attack his policies.
The best one was when they were like, "He hates Israel." And everyone was like, "But I hate Israel too."
Yeah.
When they just like kept pointing over and over again to be like, "He says fuck Israel all the time, guys. Like, this is really scary. Yeah. This is really scary stuff." He said he doesn't want to go to Israel after becoming mayor. And everyone was like, "That sounds great. That sounds awesome."
Everyone was like, "But I thought as a mayor of a city in America that you would stay in that city. Why are you doing foreign international trips?"
Yeah.
I've never ever seen any mayor of any city in the world being asked the question of, now that you've become mayor of this major city, which city would you go to next?
Yeah.
You know?
And why is it not Israel?
Yeah.
Are you? Well, you just said.
But you know,
I think every mayor of every major city is Hamas then, because they're not clarifying that they would go to Israel. So how am I supposed to know?
Well, do you know what's crazy as well? Like with the Zoran Mamdani, the guy just doesn't miss. Yeah. Every time I see him do an interview, or he drops like a like, who's his media team? That's what I want to know. Like, which media team has he got? Because like
he's got great people around him, but I think it's also like he's like that. You know what I mean?
Well, there was that rap video, didn't they, that they released? They were like, "Look at this guy. He's done a rap video," and then everyone was like, "Oh, he's so cool."
Yeah, they were. I mean, I was a little worried about his rap videos resurfacing at first because it's a little cringe, but luckily.
But like the fact that he was cringe was just like, it just shows you that he's just a
regular dude.
He's just a regular dude, done some goofy things.
Yeah.
It makes it more relatable.
Yeah.
Because we've all done some goofy things.
They also got mad about the eating with his hands thing too. They were like, oh he's barbaric. It's like every American politician is eating a fucking hot dog with their bare hands or a hamburger. If they were to eat with like a fork and a knife, everyone would make fun of them. But God forbid you do it
with rice.
God forbid you do it with rice. Exactly.
Oh God. Oh, this person, look at him eating with his hands and wanting to give you free healthcare. These barbarians, man, they're so barbaric.
Yeah. Well, you know what? While we wait, since there's some news coverage that I would do, but like we could watch. What could we watch here? I was thinking because I don't want to get you too involved in like American politics, because I don't know how much you know about like immigration stuff that's going on, but
people get deported.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. But instead, we could do. This is another content creator called GDF.
Yeah, who's GDF?
His name is off of. I think it was originally off of Gaddafi, but he has a. Hold on, where is it? He made a video about like Israel in movies and like Hollywood and like Hasbro in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I was watching it yesterday, and I think I can like continue watching it from this point on. We only watched the first 6 minutes, where he basically goes into great detail about this actress Julia Redgrave.
Another film she was,
and she made like a documentary movie about like Arafat, and she was basically blackballed by Hollywood, including her counterparts like that had done radical things at the time, like Jane Fonda. And her co-star Jane Fonda was actually criticizing her. Apparently, Jane Fonda, I didn't know, was like kind of a major Zionist. But yeah, here we'll just continue from this point on.
Discovered film. The Israeli expel that maul the number of pro-Palestine voices there are in the industry, the consequences that people face for speaking out, and the bias in movies that have long been pro-Israel and outright propagandistic. Indeed, some films have been made with the express purpose of serving as propaganda, which we'll see shortly. The Israeli government has provided assistance to a number of big-budget films, some that have had a lasting impact. When the Palestine conflict is covered, Israelis are typically victims, and even when they commit excesses, it's for the greater good in the end. The ends justify the means. The Palestinians, on the other hand, fight without moral principles, are unreasonable, impractical, and bloodthirsty. Films have shaped how Americans view Palestinians, Arabs, Muslims, terrorism, and the U.S.-Israel relationship. It seems clear that the image of Israel as a strategic asset of the United States was, at least in part, manufactured by Hollywood with the active assistance of the Israeli government. That might sound like a conspiracy theory, but it is well documented. Particularly in Hollywood and Israel, A History, by Tony Shaw of the University of Hertfordshire and Israeli historian Giora Goodman of the Kinneret College on Lake Tiberias. The book draws extensively on the Israeli State Archives, IDF archives, U.S. State Department records, and numerous collections of personal papers from figures in both the American and Israeli film industries. It's an impressive work of scholarship, whatever the underlying sympathies of its authors. It's worth reading to understand what Hollywood produced and released for theaters in America and indeed around the world about Israel, Muslims, and terrorism, and how those films covered Palestinians. Hey everybody, due to the content of my videos, I'm not advertiser friendly, so if you want to support my work, consider becoming a patron for access to exclusive content and the GDF Discord server. I also accept donations. Thank you so much to everyone who has become a patron and donated. Love you all, thank you.
Until the food gets
Hollywood's first feature-length film about the birth of Israel was released.
What were you going to say?
I remember watching Taken, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was like the first Taken. And first of all, the guys were like Albanians.
Yeah,
right? They were like Muzzy Albanians, right? That did the initial part of it. But then I thought, you know what? Look, they got the Muslims as the low-level crime guys. Like, it's okay for a Hollywood film. Like, the Muzzies are the middlemen. They're not the real. They're not the real evil ones here.
Yeah.
Then it was like some kind of like Russian, guys that were selling off these women or whatever. And then they sold off his daughter to who at the end? It was like an Arab sheikh.
Oh,
and I was like, oh God, like we couldn't just have one film where we're not the head bad guy in all of this. Oh man, these Arabs, man.
Yeah, those Arab sheikhs are more pro-Israel than the average American. So
yeah, exactly, and they always make them out to be like the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
In 1949,
they are bad.
It was
It's not
called
the ways you
Sword
think.
in the Desert from Universal International Pictures, directed by George Sherman. Though, according to Goodman and Shaw, Sword in the Desert's chief creator was Robert Buckner, a Gentile who both wrote and produced the movie inspired by a short story he had penned after visiting Palestine while a journalist in the mid-1930s. Arabs are largely subtracted
Do you know what?
from the
I was
story
thinking about
of
this,
Israel's
right? I was thinking, like, what Palestinians need to do, right? Or the general movement is we need to start a comic, like a superhero, Palestinian superhero, and make like the Avengers, but the Avengers of the Middle East, of like these good guys that fight back.
Yeah, I mean, Watermelon Watermelon Pictures is doing a lot of great.
That's Alana, isn't it? Alana Hadid.
Yeah, Alana Hadid. So there is definitely
because that's what has to happen.
Yeah, there are definitely attempts to like just create, because there's so much art that comes out of
Resistance.
a lot of this. Yeah, a lot of this like. A lot of these experiences, and it's great that there are at least some people that are trying to use their more privileged positions to change that dynamic.
Well, do you know, I actually think, like, look, for a long, long time, the culture in the Middle East, like Arabs in general, they when they do charity, right? Yeah, their idea of charity is let's give food, water, build a mosque.
Yeah.
But they'll never ever think to themselves, actually, let's invest our money in politics. Let's back a politician. Do you know what I mean? Let's start a grassroots movement. Let's have a think tank. They don't think like that, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes and no, because like,
but no, what I'm saying,
there are structural hurdles.
Yeah. There are structural hurdles, but what I'm saying is like the mentality and the thought process for Arabs in general isn't like that. But this second generation and third generation of Arabs are way more sophisticated, and they are beginning now to really awaken since this. Like the art, like the music now that's coming out, like the pro-Palestine music that's coming out, like they're bangers now.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? The artwork, the artistic flair, the poetry. How many journalists now are coming out and starting their own, like, essentially pro-Palestine podcasts and stuff like that? Like, it's really beginning to change now. Like, the whole Middle East dynamic is changing.
Yeah.
The pair write. Though Arab characters do appear, they do so only fleetingly. They hardly speak, but simply spit on the ground, and are presented as lazy, foolish, and determined to wipe out the Jews.
It is crazy that, like, that
interesting
propaganda has not really changed at all, like, either. They just still run the same route every time.
The film revolves around the conflict between the
I don't get like why Israeli stand-up comedians and Israeli comedy is just so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
And yet, like, like
that's how you know. That's how you know it's different from like the rest of the Jews around the world, because like
they're hilarious. They're so good at music.
It's just ridiculous. Like it's just so it's almost German. Like Israeli comedy has like a fucking Nazi tint associated with it, because they're too angry and too hateful about the existence of Arabs and Palestinians and Muslims as a whole around them to actually do something funny.
Have you ever done like a review of like Israeli comedians doing like stand up?
Oh yeah,
and just like how bad it is.
Yeah, they love bombing.
Yeah, they do. I saw this one guy yesterday. It was like a little clip, and he was like going, "Oh, they're saying there's starvation in Gaza. There's no starvation. Have you seen some of the images come out? There's a kid holding up a sign, and it's saying, 'Feed me, I'm hungry,' and he's got one arm here, and one arm there.
Yeah.
Because it's AI. He's got 3 arms, and I'm just like, and the audience were like howling with laughter, and I was just like going, well, man, is this it really?
Yeah, here, you want to see Israeli comedy? Here it is. Me too, my political opinions. What are my political opinions? I'm left-wing. I'm for peace. I'm for 2 states, for 2 peoples. But I'm in favor of flattening Gaza. That's the truth. I'm a leftist, but I'm extremely towards the right wing. I'm for peace. I'm for the violence that will bring peace. That's my opinion. It's just like, this is not even, you're just doing hot, like, what's the joke?
It's like, just imagine,
we should just continue doing a genocide.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, ha, that's so funny.
Yeah, let's just kill 1 million children.
Yeah.
נלך על כפיים? כן? לא, כי הבן לבן זה מביך. מה שיביא את השלום זאת לא יונה עם מלא של זית, זה טנק סימן מרכבה 4. זה מה שיביא את השלום? קיצר, אז תמיד אני אומר שאני לא אדם פוליטי.
This is so bad that I feel like it's satire.
Well, it is. It like people. The thing is, what you've got to remember is like in 50 years' time, in 20 years' time, people are going to watch this. Like these comedians, when they talk about how was this consented, and they're going to look at like the Israeli population, they're going to look at this, and they're going to go, really?
No, that's what what gives me so much confidence as well. Because like in the YouTube space that I'm in, there's like a lot of these like fucking pro-Israel dipshits out there, and like they can't openly admit how much they love and praise Israel for its genocidal actions usually, so they have to like do like some kind of defense of Israel by like attacking its critics, right? Myself included. Yeah. And I always think that like
so beautiful
since like the attitude has shifted, like people are gonna go back and look at what you said, and they're gonna be reminded you posted this shit on your own. Like you posted your position on your own, thinking that Israel was going to become increasingly more popular somehow because you're so fucking insane.
Like Megyn Kelly when she was like going, oh, it's all Pallywood. I don't believe these images of children.
I know.
It's so bad, isn't it, man?
Yeah, but it's like, I'm reminded that like eventually people are going to look back at that and they're going to remember what you said and they're going to be like, you were a fucking piece of shit. They're not going to let you get away with it is what I mean. Yeah,
Hasan,
have you seen this one? This one's the fucking Colombia anti-Semitism.
No, I haven't seen this.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen this, right?
Oh God. It's so bad. It's so unfunny.
Hi everyone. We are live on YouTube with Colombia anti-Semitic news, where everyone is welcome. LGBTQH. Hamas.
Yeah, I totally sim Hamas. Yeah. It's so trending right now.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Do you know why it's true? Because it rhymes. Just look at all this toxic Zionist propaganda. Kidnapped in Gaza. Does this look like Gaza to you?
Yeah, bro, I have no idea what Gaza looks like.
And they're smiling. Do hostages smile? Zionist liars.
Totally sus.
Do they?
Like, Israel can't do anything that's not a war crime. Like, even this is supposed to be comedy, but in my opinion, this is a war crime. Like, the fact that they just, like, posted this, they were so proud of it. They're like, this is so funny.
I'm actually blown away with how bad this is.
Yeah.
Like, they've not even added fake laughter into this.
This is the premiere. Like, this is their SNL, bro.
This is SNL.
This is the Israeli SNL, yes. Yeah.
I think we're stupid.
Stupid? I major in queer post-colonial astrology. Ew. Jews make the world dirty. Yeah. And no, I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm racist fluid.
Exactly. And now for a little break from all this activism, we want to say hello to our BFF.
Bestie freedom fighter.
Abu Fatwa in Gaza. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum as-salam, and inshallah, Allah will kill you all infidels.
Thank you so much for joining us. Love the headpiece, the all oppression chic. Very drip.
Once again, the average Hamas militant or the average Palestinian Islamic Jihad militant, I'm not even going to talk about like PFLP, DFLP. If they were to actually correspond with an American, which is illegal, of course, if they were to actually correspond with an American, they would not harbor this level of resentment towards the average American, especially a pro-Palestinian average American, as opposed to the average Israeli soldier that literally has so much anger and resentment towards America for like not supporting Israel sufficiently, in spite of the fact that they get unlimited funds. So even when they fucking talk about this shit, it's just like, it's projection.
Like
it's projection.
I'm shocked that this is this real? Is this their SNL?
This is their SNL, yeah. Yeah, it's like Mr. Fatwa. His last name is Fatwa.
Fatwa. How are you? Are you safe?
Oh, yes, I'm safe. I'm in a tunnel under the Gaza hospital. Above me, I have Allah and 2 million civilians protecting me.
Community is so important these days.
Do you need like humanitarian aid, food, fuel, medicine?
It's okay, I have everything. I'm only hungry for rockets.
As long as it's organic.
Yeah.
I wish I just could be there with you.
You can come to Gaza anytime and we will throw you from the roof, you homosexual dirt.
Do you hear? Bro, want to throw me a rooftop party.
They are so welcoming and inclusive.
So, shukran. And you are also very welcome to come here to America.
We will come. First we finish with Israel, and America is next.
Great! So, I guess we'll see you soon.
Yes, it will be a blast.
Can't wait. It will be so multicultural.
Ya Allah, you are so stupid.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's because of Hamas that people.
This is so bad.
It's because of Hamas that people can't go into the Gaza Strip and not because
It's
Israel will literally blow you up.
Do you know? I just feel like they have this like checklist of like, look, these are all the Hezbollah talking points.
Yeah.
We have to get this in this comedy sketch.
A buddy of mine, Will Menaker, he's on Chapo Trap House.
Yeah.
That's their podcast. He wants to clock this so perfectly when talking about conservatives and their inability to do humor because they get so angry in the process of like trying to craft a joke that they just start like yelling out whatever like racist diatribes they have in their minds, where it's like nothing here is like structured like a joke, because they're so horny to just like be like, they're under tunnels under the hospitals. They have human shields. Like they want to just like get all the talking points out, so they can't even like make a fucking joke.
And you know the worst part about it as well, which I think people don't realize the subtlety of it, is the fact that the way that they mock Americans, like fellow American citizens, by like having them have this like pink hair, blue hair, that they're so stupid and they're so dumb.
Yeah, they don't even understand they're gay, but they're pro Hamas.
Yeah, like all of this kind of like. Do you know, it's like when Netanyahu came to Congress and he was like going, all these useful idiots outside.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you had all of Congress giving him a round of applause for calling Americans idiots.
Yeah.
Like even if you're against what those Americans were marching for or protesting against right here, are you going to let a foreign leader of a country call fellow Americans idiots?
They will, because they're fucking
Well, but that's what I mean. Like, it's just, to me, it's just crazy. Like I could hate whoever's outside, but if they're a fellow countryman, I'm not going to let some foreigner go in there and insult my fellow countrymen in my halls of power.
Also, those people out there, they're paying for Israel's bombs. Okay, as American taxpayers, without those guys paying their taxes, you get no bombs. So shut the fuck up.
But remember, they're so masculine. You know, these guys on the right, they're so masculine. But you know, they'll let somebody absolutely insult their home, their people, and give them a round of applause. But they're so strong.
Yeah,
and powerful.
They're so unimaginably cucked.
They're so strong.
This administration is letting Benjamin Netanyahu do the exact same shit that he did to Biden.
They're so strong.
While still trying to masquerade as like big, strong, macho men.
Wow.
It's so fucking lame.
You so much, Abu. We love you.
I won't even bother killing you. It's a waste of bullets.
Good vibes only.
It's better you just kill yourself.
Okay, bye.
Die.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be Jews-free. Yeah, that sounds better.
It is better.
So good.
What are the comments on
comedy?
Like?
You can sense the desperation and the loneliness in this video. The world knows. This feels like an episode of The Boys with Vought trying to desperately look like they're the victims. if you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. Malcolm X. Well, they weren't doing a good job. They weren't doing a good job making me sympathize with Israel
That was
at all.
so bad.
Yeah. Do Israelis find this funny? I knew the bar was low, but damn. We will look back on this in the same way we look back at caricatures of Jewish people that were drawn in 1933 to 1945
100%,
Germany.
100%.
Yeah. There's no use. The world sees you crystal clear now. This might be the most insane thing I've ever seen. As an American, I have no idea what's happening to my country. Okay, this guy's, I think, pro the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like... This is the most dystopian thing I've seen in a minute. It's so.
It's like an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah,
it's like an episode of Black Mirror. It's nuts.
Oh, this was the other Israeli comedian, Yoni Kletzel, an Israeli-American comedian named Yoni Kletzel, made jokes about starvation and dead Palestinian babies. He thinks this is funny, but it's one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard.
Film just got an award at the Oscars. Yeah, it's weird. I actually don't believe that Palestinian films should win any awards ever. Because they only know how to play one role, victim. You know, it's like my family is so starving. They only got 5 trucks of humanitarian aid. Please donate, link in the bio. It's the only shit they know how to play. No, okay, they know how to play one more thing. Fake dead baby. Yeah, I don't know why they can't fucking nail that role. They never fucking land it, right? It's like all you have to do is lay down and not move. You want to see me win a Palestinian Oscar right now? Thank you so much, everybody! And the Oscar goes to Mohammed, thank you!
I mean, even the room is not fucking with that at all. There was one guy that clapped. Like, you go to
the guy at the clap probably thought he was special needs and is just trying to encourage him.
He's just, yeah, he's like, this is, I am an artist from Israel and this is my art. The one guy clapping is his mom. Yeah. It's like, this is,
the one guy clapping is Netanyahu.
Yeah. This is great.
Honestly, sometimes I wish I grew up in Gaza. Because I would be like a Pallywood superstar.
Oh my! I can't finish this. I can't finish. I can't finish. It's so bad. It's so bad. You demanded this for some reason.
So bad. No,
you demanded this
because I just think to myself like, how are these people like occupying us and killing us all the time? Like it's so bad. They lack so much imagination.
Well, they're not even. They wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't like a captive population that they control all of the fucking food and all the aid that goes into it. And even then, they still have a hard time. I mean, there's videos that come out fucking weekly of the diaper brigades getting smoked by people over and over again because like there is reports from Israel. I was reading some Israeli news like talking about how they have to keep their APCs like the lid of the APC open because it gets too hot.
Yeah,
it gets too hot in there. And normally like. You're not even supposed to use like armored personal carriers or tanks in like close quarters, like urban environments like that, regardless. Because
you also need to have, soldiers around.
Yeah, you have to have infantry cover. Infantry offers support and cover, but they're too scared, and that's the reason why they only like bomb from the air, and even then like because they don't have infantry, they still have like their $10-20 million Merkava tanks get destroyed and turned into a metal coffin for all of the former babies within the Israeli diaper force. Oh,
wow.
Anyway, let's get back to this video.
Zionist forces and the British. Israeli officials were pleased with the film, recognizing its propaganda value. Reuven Daphne was the first Israeli consul in Los Angeles.
Do we stop streaming?
No. I eat on camera.
You eat on camera?
Yeah.
Man, that's what. So you just like chill, everyone's.
Yeah. I chill. I eat on camera.
Do you like give like everyone a cue as well, like, and just say, "Hey guys, I'm going to order food. You order food." So we're all eating together, and like
some people do it. Some people,
and then they're like, "Oh, I've got this," in the comments, and like It's a whole vibe.
They yell at me. There's people that come in and be like, "Why are you always eating?" Because it's like, motherfucker, you're tuning in at the same time every day. That's why you see me eating. You know. But yeah, that's how it goes.
A well-placed liaison between Hollywood and the Israeli government.
Dr. Mo, HasanAbi even burps on cam.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Perlman was an Israeli military spokesman,
in front of the
but
camera,
perhaps
bro.
more importantly,
you need to take a step back.
He was Israel's most important Hasbara official in
What was it like when
years.
Froze was here, Dr. Froze
Sword
was
in
here?
the
When he was telling you about like what was going on in Gaza? What was it like with him?
I mean, it was pretty serious for the most part. We didn't really like crack jokes that much. I'll be honest. I feel like he's
he's a trauma surgeon.
Yeah. So wait, what did you do before?
I'm an emergency physician.
Okay.
So I'm an emergency physician, and I suppose everybody has the different specialties in medicine bring out the different personalities, right?
Yeah.
You know, someone like Dr. Ferozak, if I was in a major trauma, I would want him to be my surgeon, not just because he has a calming voice when he consents me to amputate.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But also because like these people are very, very methodical. So he's methodical in the way that he talks. He's methodical in the way that he thinks. And that's good for what he needs to do. And that's what led him down the route of becoming a trauma surgeon.
Yeah.
And he's a very intelligent man. I really like the guy.
And he works at Oakland too. So it's like, that's like an area where there's a lot of need. Obviously he's like not even comparable to Gaza, as he said too.
Yeah.
Even then, like.
Yeah, but he's just, you know, he's good at what he does.
Yeah.
The thing is with me is like me being an emergency physician, right? And working in the ER. Like it suits my personality, right? I thrive under chaos. You know, I've played professional sports.
Yeah.
That intense pressure where you've got the ball and you have to make a play with it. Do you know what I mean? Those life and death decisions that you have to make when you're in the OR and like, you know, how to treat someone, when to give them this drug and quickly someone needs resuscitate. All of these things. And also as well, like, I mean, I'm more of a people person, you know, so like I can talk to anyone about anything. Yeah. And because I've come from all these different walks of life or whatever, in the ER, you'll get somebody who's come in with a sprained ankle. You'll get a single mother who's come in with her sick child. You'll get the old lady who's coming in with a heart attack. You know, you'll get the guy who's on holiday who's got a bit of gastroenteritis. You know, you get everybody that comes in through the ER. So you've got to be able to interact with everybody. So it suits my personality, you know, being this guy from all these different walks of life. Work under pressure. ER suits me. But what you'll find is with a lot of ER doctors, and I get along with a lot of ER doctors more so than surgeons and stuff like that, is like as an ER doctor, we tend not to have egos like say surgeons do, right?
We did talk about that with him.
What did he say?
Because I was talking to him about The Pit.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? It's an HBO show.
All right. Okay.
That
Yeah.
came out about like emergency room, and there's like apparently there is that dynamic between like surgeons and like emergency room doctors. Just like you described it, they reflected on that on the Pit.
Yeah. But that's what it is. I mean, look, as an emergency physician, it's like if you do jiu-jitsu or a form of martial arts, right? Yeah. There's no way that you can know everything, right? If you're a surgeon, right? Yeah, and you're a subspecialist, you know about like 2 or 3 surgeries, like the back of your hand. You're the expert. You know, even if you're an orthopedic surgeon, you have like an upper limb orthopedic or lower limb or a spinal, or it's one area that you focus on. So what you become is you know a lot about a little, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, that's where like also that breeds the arrogance and stuff like that. Like there's nothing about this surgery, about this particular body part that you can ask me that I won't know.
Mm-hmm.
But with an emergency physician, you are humbled every single day. Even if you are like got 40 years of experience, you might see something in the ER that you've never seen before. And it might be a junior doctor that might spot it and you won't. Because as an ER doctor, you have to know a little about everything.
Yeah.
Right, about every organ, every body part. So you get humbled real quick in the ER. And you know that whatever comes through the door, there are actually other people that might have more experience than you when it comes to this. Especially when you go to a different part of the world. There's a different culture. You know what I mean? So like the presentations are a bit different. You know, when I was in Glasgow, I worked in Glasgow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's this area called the Buckfast Triangle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Buckfast is a drink.
You saw a Glaswegian smile?
Yeah.
Smile?
Yeah. You see the Glaswegian smile, right?
Yeah.
But this Buckfast Triangle area was this drink, and it's like it's like 90% alcohol, right?
Uh-huh.
And 90% of Buckfast, the drink, is sold in this little triangle outside of Glasgow. That's where 90% of it's called. It's called the Buckfast Triangle, right?
I got to get it when I go.
Mate, you've got to get it, right? But it would be so, because this was like my first job as a junior doctor. But I remember like, there were like guys that were so addicted to alcohol that they would jump off their beds and they would run, to the alcohol gel that you wash in.
Yeah.
And they would drink the alcohol gel. So it got to a stage where like there was no alcohol gel anywhere to like wash your hands. It would all be behind the doctor's station and it would be chained to the wall.
Oh, wow.
Like actual
people would just steal it.
Yeah, because people would steal it and the patients would drink it. Because remember, if they get admitted in the hospital for like 2-3 days, they'll start getting withdrawals. So then they'll not want the diazepam or whatever you give them drugs wise. They'll want the actual alcohol. So they'll start drinking like the alcohol gel and stuff like that. So like these are things that you would only see in certain parts of the world that you see this kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. In Perth, where I am in Australia, it's the meth capital of the world. The meth capital of the world.
Yeah.
So in Glasgow, I was seeing like alcoholism, but in Perth, you were seeing like meth. When I first arrived to Australia, I didn't know how to deal with someone that had like meth. Because in the UK, like the drug dealers are so good in the UK that they bring all the fine stuff. Whereas in Australia, like the regulations are so tight that none of the good stuff gets in. Yeah. So therefore, patients make their own synthetic.
Oof.
So that's what makes then like, you'd have people coming in the OR and like you would give them like 30 milligrams of Midaz. Now, to put it in perspective, like if you give me 5 milligrams of Midaz, you'd probably put me out cold, right? We were giving people 30 milligrams of Midaz and they were still running around untouched. There was one guy where we gave him like 40 milligrams or something like that of Midaz, something ridiculous, like stuff that would kill a normal person, right? Yeah. It put him to sleep for 3 minutes and then he woke up again and started running around, like punching nurses and stuff like that. Like that's what meth does. So if you've never dealt with that, you'd never understand that. So like that's like differences in like the different doctors, like your environment that you work in, it brings in different types of personalities.
Yeah.
And that's why emergency physicians are the best. So shout out to all the emergency physicians out there.
Yeah, we're not fucking with the surgeons.